Hey y'all, just wanted to do an intro for this video. I'm trying to get my lighting right. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning and I've got this ring light. This room's terrible for lighting. Anyways, bear with me. Hell, send me some tips. Um, just sitting here thinking of some ideas for some videos. I'm pretty big into shooting. As far as the shooting, training, reloading aspect of it, that's pretty much what I do. I mean, I have hobbies here and there, but I know we have quite a few new gun owners out there in the world, especially right here in the United States, with everything going on. I'm thinking about breaking down just the simplest things, reloads, just ammo selection, if you can even find it. And let's try that again. The GoPro gods are not with me today. Love the product. Your battery life is terrible. That's even with everything turned down. Anyways, any new or old products, if you need any advice, how to, if I can help you, I've got quite a bit of, as far as the tools, as far as I've seen it, I've done quite a bit. I can help with just about everything. I mean, coming from suppressors to class 3 stuff to just basic ARs, basic rifles, basic handguns, revolvers, semi-autos. Don't dabble in shotguns very often, but I'm gonna put that out there. Give me an idea. I can do some videos on just basic stuff. I know there's a lot of people out there in YouTube land that they don't want to fool with it. I'm here to help. I take training classes. I practice often. I go to the range at least once a week, sometimes twice, 3 times. I'm always doing something. Has something to do with guns. Let me know. Now, hopefully this thing won't die on me, but I'm gonna go back to editing videos and doing things that I have no idea because I am tech stupid. Y'all have a good morning. Hey there, it's Matt. Back again out here in the cold garage. This morning I had some extra time, so I wanted to get some of this stuff done, but I figured I'd go ahead and throw a video up of it. Doing the LaRue Tactical C.A.N SPR quick disconnect mount. I really like these mounts as far as quick disconnects. They go on real well. They fit together well. Machining's great. I've got one for my Trijicon MRO and my ACOG, stuff like that. I'm a pretty big fan of the Trijicon stuff. On this here, I've got a Vortex Viper 1-4. I got it for a pretty good deal. I think they got the new generation out, so that is why they were on sale. Anyways, got the new mount, rings. I've been sitting there waiting for a deal, and I went ahead and struck and got one. I like to be modular on dots to scopes to irons. I like to stay proficient with the irons, so the quick disconnect's nice. So let me go ahead and get started on this. I'll unpackage it, and then we'll get this thing mounted. So here we have the quick disconnect mount. Get the packaging here, that way you can kind of see what is what here. Not very good at doing the whole Vanna White thing here. So the mount, you buy it, and they actually have different sizes of ring sets. So if you got 32, 34, up to, I don't even know what all they use, but anyways, this is a quick disconnect. You got your 2 throw levers. There's where your rings mount. I've got a older Viper PST 1-4. I've always enjoyed the look of this and just never bought one because I always ran dots and all that. Anyways, looks solid. I've played with it quite a bit, just looking at it back and forth. I'll go ahead and throw this together and I can go back and forth with dots and this scope. So let me go ahead and get all this unpackaged. LaRue makes very good stuff. I try to keep everybody has their own mounts, you know, but I've always kind of been partial to LaRue. Not to mention they usually give you quite a few freebies. Black Friday sales, they usually have very good sales. I know a couple years back they was selling their stealth barrels at a very discounted rate. There's your hardware. Everything's nicely packaged. This guy here, it's a solid piece of hardware. You got your locking, I don't know if you call it a lug or what, but it won't release unless you have that pulled out. On my Trigicon mounts, they've got the same thing, so they're very solid, and I've not seen one rattle or come loose at all. You got your directions, naturally. Yes, I do listen to the directions, unlike most men, because I'm pretty good at tearing everything up. But if you need any information on LaRue, there you go. They're out of Texas. Some people are partial to Texas. Hey, it's alright. I'm from Indiana, so all I know is they have pretty good products. So let me go ahead and get all this unpackaged here, and I'll be back with you when I'm throwing her together. So the point of this C.A.N, SPR, C.A.N, I'm not sure what that stands for, but your locking lugs here, the original LaRue stuff, I want to say it was 3/8 inch. It come with an actual 3/8 inch adjustment wrench. This is built to where you can adjust the tension as you go, and then once you seat it, it doesn't move. So it's just easier on the user, making it to where you don't need tools to adjust this if you're swapping it off on other rifles. I mean, we're gonna give it a go, see what it looks like. You actually have all these halves here. They have these notches coming out, and it actually indexes off the mount itself on one side, which would be the right side on the left, and then the right side on the right. So they're actually supporting both sides on the bottom, and then it screws on at the top, which it's an interesting design. The more I look at it, the more I like it. So we'll see how good this actually is. So I took a look at the directions. I think I got it kind of figured out where I want to go here. I'm going to start with the right side. Go ahead and place this on its side, and then I'm going to put the scope in there. I'm going to go ahead and center this scope. We can tighten it down later. And then we're going to go ahead and fit in the rings on the other side. It'll be a fairly tight fit, it looks like. Getting everything to fit together is kind of a... There it goes. Alright. Looks good to me. Then They actually have their own thread locker on these screws. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to get the lighting in here. That's kind of handy, especially when you want to do this out at the range or something. I'm gonna go ahead and start these screws. It says you want to begin with the bottom holes. So you're gonna start all 8 of the screws. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get these started. Get them started, and from what it says, like most mounting screws, you want 30 inch-pounds of torque. So I'm going to go ahead and get these secured. This little scope's just a turning. Get all these placed in here. So basically those pins or notches on the bottom side, not only does it index it on the mount, but that is your receptacle for your screw, because this side here is actually not threaded. So it's kind of an interesting take on it, but I don't doubt LaRue, because they've been the standard for a lot of mounts for years. But the bottom's pretty well secured. I mean, the scope's going to move until I get the top. So I will go ahead and start those. So I've started securing the top side here. Looks like they're alternating on each side. We will see. I'm trying to get these torqued just to where this scope will stay put. Then we can worry about torquing. Looks like that might work. Yeah, it's basically alternating each side, so the screw on this side's on this side and the screw on this side's on this side. Which, looking at these SPR mounts, I'm not a big fan of the rings sandwiching vertical. But that's coming from me, from old school, just having old school mounts. It seems like everybody's doing it this way on these mounts, so it must work. So it's still a little loose. Let me get this kind of pinched in here. We can figure out where we're at. It's really not hard to do this when you're off camera, but when you're on camera, it seems like you fumble with everything. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten the bottoms some more. I think that's what's keeping me up here. Oh yeah, we're getting more secure. The good thing about these, they give you an Allen key. It's one of the star bits or the Torx bits, whatever you want to call them. Everybody calls them something different. So I'm going to center this. Obviously got too much torque now. Let me loosen this up just a tad bit. So I can slide this back. Never easy, ever. Probably help if I got the right side. I've got the light coming in from my right over here. It's a little bit of a pain to see, so I'm gonna split the difference. This needs adjusted later. I can adjust it, but I'm gonna go ahead and just get this guy secure to where it's gonna stay for a moment, and then I can look at my crosshairs to see if they're even. Okay, that's secure. Go ahead and take the power up here. Eyeballing it there, it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna call that good. I can always retorque this. It's even this side and this side, right in the middle of the rings. The good thing about quick disconnect, I can always move this up and down the rifle for my my sights there. I can see where my eye relief gets. Now it says tighten the bottom screws 30 inch-pounds first. I've got my Wheeler fat wrench, does your inch-pound torques. Wasn't a believer, bought this. This thing's been a lifesaver. Back then it cost, I want to say $40 or $50, and I was just beside myself. That was before I didn't realize you buy once, you cry once. Get me a little pull of coffee there. So we're gonna start with the bottom, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this one here and alternate to the other side. That's usually how most scope mounting works. It doesn't say in the directions, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it snugged. Wait for that pop. There's my 30-pound. So that's number one. Coming across, did that one. I'm gonna do the across the way here. Get it right up to the moment. There, it popped. Now I'm gonna crossways here because this one hasn't been torqued. That one popped. Now to the last one. Here we go. Make sure that one there didn't sound like it popped very. Yep. Alrighty, now let's go to the top ones. Alright, now we'll torque the top. We'll start on this side. Alternate opposite. I'm gonna go ahead and, so this one and this one's not done, I'm gonna go complete opposite. And for the last one. So now this is torqued down. I can sit here. It is completely secure. It looks very square as far as even on every side. I'll go ahead and put it on the rifle and we'll check it out here in a minute. But anyways, it's a pretty nice little piece of glass. See if I can get you a look-see, but it's kind of hard to aim everything here. Anyways, yeah, I think this is gonna work well. This will help me out when I want to switch to a little bit further. You can go 1 to 4. It's illuminated and everything, so I'll go ahead and go get the rifle and we will wrap this up. And here we have one of my newest rifles. I went ahead and picked up one of the IWI Zion 15s. It's a 16-inch barrel. It's a pretty slick little setup. It really reminds me of some of the Bravo Company Recce's. I've got my MRO here with my LaRue mount. I'm going to go ahead and detach it. Comes right off. We'll go ahead and release these. Almost perfect right out of the box. Very good lockup and everything. Looks pretty sharp. I'll play around with this, see where I want it, and I'll probably get a review video just from the end of what I think. So, looks pretty sharp. Gonna give me a way to get out a little bit further. The dot only does so much, but I can go over the rifle some other day if anybody wants to know all the specs and how I run my rifle. It's pretty basic. Iron sights. You need your light. Always need a light. And I prefer the red dots, but these old irons are just as good. Let me ring this out and we'll let y'all know. Got any questions? Anything you see me do wrong? Let me know. I'll see you guys later.